I'm excited to finally be recording with you two again because I can finally let the secret out that I have been keeping from you two, which is I was in the movie 28 Years Later. As Caroline saw, I played bald, fat zombie who crawled on the ground like a worm. I filmed this 2 years ago. I haven't told you
Was
all.
your dick out?
Yeah, no, my dick was out, but you only saw my
Nice.
little butt.
Was that your spine that they ripped out like an
No, no,
accordion?
no, no. I get shot with an arrow.
Wow,
But
huge.
I have some pretty good slither moments, like a big old zombie slug. Ethan, you still haven't seen 28 Years Later, right?
He
No.
hasn't seen
Right.
Sinners.
I want let me be clear to the single digits of podcast listeners that we have about my position in movies. Now that I am back in Chicago, I will be able to go see more movies. I can walk to a movie theater. It will be easier for me. It is hard, as anybody who has a baby under one can attest. But
Nashville.
I love movies. I love Did you know I love movies?
You love movies? That's crazy. This is
I
news.
love them. I do love them.
Has this been a good movie year so far, Caroline? I'm asking Caroline because Ethan doesn't count.
Here's what I'll say, because I know we're about to talk about our top 10. I just feel like enough hasn't come out yet for me to really have a real top 10. This is like a mixed bag right now. I've had fun at all of these movies, but I don't know where we're at yet. The only one that like I feel like for certain that's gonna be at my top 10 at the end of the year is Sinners. Like I don't know about the rest of my top 10 is gonna be very different. I'm assuming in December.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, like Ethan, you still haven't seen Sinners. It's
I'm really gonna watch it tomorrow.
It's
I'm gonna watch
remarkable.
it tomorrow.
yeah. Hey, after you watch it, can you record a little blurb?
Yeah, we can add it in right here.
Sometimes movies make you stand up at the end, pump your fist, and just shout movies. That's basically what I did at the end of Sinners. Ignore my entire list of favorite movies to come in this episode. This is clearly the best movie of the year.
Let's talk about the list. So, as Ethan mentioned, New York Times released their top 100 movies of the 21st century so far. Is that right? That's what
Mhm.
they're calling it.
Yeah, but
Um,
stopping at the end of last year, not including this year.
so unfortunately, Final Destination Bloodlines is not on the list, but we'll talk about that movie later. What do you think about this? I always have issues with this list. Like, it's hard to, and I have issues with film criticism in general. I try to talk about that quite a bit. Because it's hard to be like, ooh, I'm so happy Yee Yee is up there, but like, Yee Yee's not Oppenheimer. Like, it's
He's
weird to see it
incredible.
listed. I know it is. I
Yeah,
love it. I love
yeah,
it very much.
yeah.
But like, like, how can you compare that to Oppenheimer or
Or
other
like,
I don't
I
know.
mean, for me, it was like I it's kind of the problem with those AFI lists too, because certain movies are getting certain spots that are representing the types of movies that they inspired or the types of, you know, filmmaking styles or creators or directors. Like in no universe is Anchorman a better movie than The Fellowship of the Ring. In no universe. And yet it's ranked higher here. And that's maybe because they felt like a specific comedy and a specific style needed to be honored at that place, and the fantasy honoring was earlier. I don't know, but that's like the problem and the fun with these lists. Like I love
Yeah,
complaining about these lists, so
me too.
I'm
Amore Amore is a great movie. I really loved that movie when I saw it. I never wanna see that movie again. A movie I love to see a million times is Catch Me If You Can, not on the list. Like, it's
I was
hard.
gonna say to me if I had to boil down, and honestly, I'm pretty good with the list overall, like,
Yeah,
most of
same.
the
Oh,
movies I
same,
Yeah,
yeah.
wanted
yeah.
are on it. The 2 things that stood out most to me, I know I'm, like, a big Avatar defender, but I'm surprised Avatar is not on there, and that only one Spielberg movie is on here because I know early Spielberg is, like, the classic Spielberg, but, like, Munich, Lincoln, The Fabelmans, like, he's done some great
West Side Story.
stuff, West Side Story
Yeah.
this century, and, like, Minority Report probably AI isn't on this fucking list? Like, are you kidding me? I just think I'm surprised there's no more Spielberg. There's a lot of late Scorsese, but very little late Spielberg.
But, like, the late Scorsese, I love Wolf of Wall Street. I think it's an incredible movie. I was shocked that it broke the top 20.
There's something about, like, the Leo of it, I
It's the
think.
his best performance. It's so fun.
Yeah, I think it's a
No, I
Leo
love it.
thing.
I love it very much. I also really like, I don't know, The Irishman. I really like, Killers of the Flower Moon. I was
Silence.
just surprised. I would rather stick giant needles in my eyeballs than see the movie
Did
Silence
you
again.
not? Yeah, but you liked it though, right?
I Yeah, I mean, I respected it. How about that?
That's a
I
hard
respected
movie.
it.
It's a hard
I
movie to
left that
watch.
movie saying I never wanna see or think or talk about that
Oh, yeah,
movie
it's
ever again.
really hard. Hard to
But I
watch.
admire it. I admire what he was going for. I would say it's probably my least favorite Martin Scorsese
Oh,
movie.
well.
Um, but, like, you can't deny the acting, I guess.
I liked it more than you. Hard movie to watch.
Yeah. Well, I like life. Alright, well, that's this list. Do you have feelings about it? No, keep it to yourself. Leave us alone.
Don't
Uh,
engage with us.
Yeah, we don't
oh,
wanna know.
go fuck yourselves. 2025, we are currently at the end of June. It's gonna be July next month. Uh, of course, when you're listening to this, it's currently September. But it is, as of this recording, June. It's July next month. We are going to go over our favorite movies of 2025 so far. I've seen a lot of movies. Caroline's probably seen a lot of movies. Ethan's seen 6
What
movies.
should Ethan's list be the top movies he hasn't seen yet?
Ethan, how Caroline, how do you wanna do this? Do you want Ethan to just go, and then you and I will go through
Yeah, I
ours?
think that makes
No, I
sense.
think no,
Okay.
I think we should do 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 6,
Mm.
5, 5,
Whoa!
4, 4,
Ethan! Don't go
4,
throwing around the devil like that.
3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1.
Sure.
I
Fine.
saw Ethan Krupp at the fire. Abigail. Okay.
Caroline, what's your number 10 of
All
the year
right.
so
My
far?
number 10 was my first original movie of the year, and it's still making me giggle. One of Them Days, starring Kiki Palmer and SZA. It ruled. It was so funny. They have so much good chemistry. There is a sight gag that I'm still thinking about, the two of them, when Janelle James tells Kiki she can donate more blood, and there's a cut back to Kiki being fully gray, and it is one of the funniest things I've seen in a theater in a long time. They've already greenlit the sequel. I hope they do 100. It's on Netflix now, so if you haven't seen it, it's a wonderful 90-minute use of your time.
It's a great throwback
It's
comedy. Like,
so
it
fun.
reminded me of movies I loved seeing in the theaters. It was exactly the escapism I needed. That movie's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great
Great
time.
movie.
Eli, what is your
Ethan, have you seen that movie?
No.
Okay. All right. So I talk a lot about the new genre that I have been seeing called anxiety porn. You know, we're seeing it on TV and shows like is it Adolescence? We're seeing it in movies, uh, such as the movie Warfare, a movie that I didn't know anything about. I knew nothing about this movie Warfare other than it was directed by Alex Garland, co-directed by Alex Garland. Uh, when I heard about the cast, I thought it was gonna be like, remember that Brad Pitt movie with Shia LaBeouf? I assumed that's what I was gonna walk into, like one of those throwaway movies. But holy fucking shit, Warfare's an intense movie. It's not it has no Hollywood plot. It's a movie that's not based on a true story. It's based on true memories. That's what
Mm.
it says in the beginning.
Mhm.
The co-director was one of the people who are involved in this real world incident. And it's just a quick, I think like 85-minute in out of the worst day of a lot of people's lives. And you just sit there and watch it. And it's kind of unlike any other movie I've ever seen. It's very anxiety inducing and it's extremely good. It's my number 10 so far of the year. Warfare. Also, just a bunch of hotties. There are so many hotties in this movie.
Name 'em.
Uh,
Charles
uh,
Melton. Uh,
Charlie, yeah, it's all the internet boyfriends.
uh,
Let me see.
Noah
Will
Noah
Poulter.
Centineo.
Yeah, yeah, you're nailing it.
But you can't tell them
Cosmo
apart.
Jarvis, Joseph
Oh,
Quinn,
yeah.
Will Poulter. You got Michael Gandolfini, Kit Connor.
Ethan, have you
Yeah.
seen this movie?
No.
Okay, Caroline, what's your number 9?
Number 9 was not released in theaters here, but it was elsewhere, and it's a different turn for this franchise, but Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy. I think it's a very, lovely exploration of grief, and Renee Zellweger is just I know her face is different, but I still think she's just so watchable, and this character is home, and I think it has just, like, a lot more to it than I think people would think about it, and it was great and wonderful, and I want 100 movies with Bridget,
I
and it's on Peacock.
think that's eligible for an Emmy this year,
It is, and
possibly.
it's in contention per Variety, so I would love that.
Ooh, how about that? My number 9, I'm gonna count this as anxiety porn as well. It's the movie Friendship, starring Tim Robinson and
Mhm.
Paul Rudd, a movie that I watched this movie sandwiched between 2 horror movies, and I yelled at the screen way more during this movie than I did during any of the other horror movies. We've all well documented our love for Tim Robinson. He was the first person I ever saw improvise in Chicago. I saw him at Second City the day he found out he got SNL. He's my favorite improviser and comedy person in the world. I'm happy he's finally getting success. I'm happy people love him. I've been talking about him for years. Friendship is a very hard watch, but I loved it very much. It's
Mhm.
my number 9 movie of the year.
And you'll be hearing about it later.
Hey, can I go back to Renee Zellweger for a second?
Yeah,
Uh,
always.
it's insane Chicago's not on this
It
list.
is crazy.
It's insane
It is a
Chicago's not on
perfect
this list.
movie.
Chicago should be on this list. Like, I'm looking at what is here. There's some good movies. Chicago's better than like half of them. It's a really good
That and
movie.
Moulin Rouge I was kinda shocked by.
Caroline, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is I was shocked to find out Michael Cera's never been in a Wes Anderson film before, and The Phoenician Scheme is my number 8. It is pretty fun. I haven't seen a Wes Anderson movie in a while, and I had a great time. I think Kate Winslet's daughter, I'm gonna mess up I think it's Mia Appleton, I think that's her name. She's
Mhm.
great.
I
She
think you got it.
she has big Florence Pugh face. That the entire movie, I was like, "Is that Florence Pugh?" I know it's not Florence Pugh. That's Kate Winslet's daughter, but she looks like Florence Pugh. But it's very fun and zippy. Even though I was hindered by the fact I was sitting in the hottest movie theater of all time and I wanted to crawl out of my skin, I still had a great time, and Michael Cera's very hot in it. It really he takes a turn, and he's, like, kind of the standout of the movie. Yeah.
I love Michael Cera.
Yeah. It was great to see him. I can't wait to see him in more Wes Anderson movies.
I hope he's in a lot of them. He's great. Um, my number 8 is the opposite of anxiety porn, something I'm calling meditation porn. It's Ephus, the baseball movie.
Oh,
I thought you
Ephus.
were about
I
to
want to
say
see it
Ethan.
so bad.
It's Ethan.
I really want to
Ephus.
see this movie.
Yeah.
This movie is the closest thing to not watching a movie and just watching a baseball game you'll ever see.
Yes.
It's just basically a baseball game in real time. There's no there's no big name actors, there's no big Hollywood plot. It's just a beautiful, I would argue it's the best baseball movie ever made. Um, in terms of pure baseball. I loved this movie very much.
I love that. When is it officially coming out? Or has it had its time?
I think it's already out. I think you can watch it on streaming even.
Oh.
So when you say it is the best baseball movie in terms of pure baseball, by that do you mean like when the ball comes off the bat and it's clearly a ground ball to the second baseman that they don't cut to it going over the fence? Like the baseball looks
Yes.
accurate?
The base, yeah, there's that, but there's also like, what's the best baseball movie? Like The Natural. That's not a movie about baseball. It's a movie about a person
America. It's
living
about
their life in
America. It's
America.
about
Ephus
America.
is about Ephus is a metaphor for America, absolutely, and what's happening. But it's also just a movie about dudes playing baseball and their love of tradition. It's not about like, oh, this rookie is 50 something years old. I wonder if he's gonna be good. No, it's not that. There's no Hollywood cliches in this movie. It's a movie about dudes in a small town playing baseball because that's what they do,
I
and
love
that's their
baseball.
Is
tradition.
it set in
You will love this
what
movie.
time of place is it set in?
now, but
Oh,
it's like
okay.
the middle of nowhere New England.
That's cool.
And one of the people works for a construction company that's about to tear down this like baseball field they've been playing on for years. So this is their last game,
That's
and
cool.
they don't want it to end. And
Wow.
it's just a game of baseball.
And how are the Cubs doing right now?
Very
Okay.
well,
Okay.
No, I
very
mean,
well.
they are doing very well. They had a couple tough weeks, but they took 2 of 4 from the Cardinals, so that was
The
good.
Brewers are also doing well, Ethan. The Brewers. We have this new pitcher named Miz, and he's incredible.
Yes, he's very good.
I love it.
Anyway,
That's lovely.
what's your number 7, Caroline?
So my 7 and 6 have a similar vibe, I would say, in some ways in theme, but my 7 is Paddington in Peru. Big, lovely it's no, it's not Paddington 2, and that's okay. You go into it not knowing that, but I still sobbed. It's a wonderful allegory about chosen family, and any movie, like, where that's the theme, I mean, it wins me over. And it's a great romp about them going to Peru, and he's going after Aunt Lucy, and it's great.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's not Paddington 2. I think that's great, but it's okay. And
It's still a great
it
time.
is a sweet movie.
Yeah.
It's a sweet movie, yeah. Okay, my number 7 is a movie I think both of you would love very much if you watched it. Um, it's available on Mubi. It's a movie called Grand Theft Hamlet. Have either of you heard of this
I
movie?
have.
No.
Okay. So during COVID, two out of work British actors found themselves playing Grand Theft Auto. And the screen recorded what they were doing. One time they like steal a car and run away from the cops. This is all in the video game Grand Theft Auto. And they come across a stage and they go, "Wait a minute. Can we like put on a play?" And so the entire movie is actually them playing Grand Theft Auto, trying to recruit people to put on a full production of Hamlet.
That's
And they
crazy.
totally end up doing it. And it is the funniest. It's so good because it's Grand
Oh, I
Theft
love
Auto. They're
that.
gonna be practice. They're
That's
like
cool.
they like get people to come audition, and the people show up and just like shoot them, and they're like, "Oh, you shot me!" Because it's Grand Theft Auto. It's what you do. They'll be performing Hamlet, and suddenly like an alien with a big butt comes out of
That's
nowhere.
amazing.
It's
Okay,
I
incredible.
love that.
I'll
10
watch it.
million stars. Go see Grand Theft Hamlet.
That sounds like, Celine Song during the pandemic did a production, I think it was The Seagull in Sims.
Fun.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
But, like, this is a
That's
documentary.
cool.
It's entirely within Grand Theft Hamlet, and it hits on some things about, like, loneliness during COVID and not having a family and being alone, and then as they're meeting all these people, they're like, "Yeah, I didn't know what to do with myself, so I decided to just I saw your post, I'm gonna come try to be Hamlet." It's cute, it's funny, and it's actually remarkably moving.
I love
Cool.
that.
And it's quick, it's fast. Like, go just watch the movie. Download a free trial of Mubi and watch Grand Theft Hamlet.
Mm, I love it. Okay, we're at number 6. So, Ethan, what is your number 6
My 6th favorite
of the
movie that
6 that
I
you've
saw
seen?
this year, my 6th favorite movie is a film called The Electric State. It stars Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Do not watch this movie.
Oh my
It
god.
is corporate, movie making at its absolute worst, but it is my 6th
Didn't
favorite
we
movie of the
didn't we
year.
make you watch this movie?
You
Yeah,
made me
I'm
watch this
realizing
movie.
I'm realizing in real time that 2 of the movies on this list we made you watch, and that is so funny. Caroline, what's your number 6?
Oh boy. Okay, on the opposite end of Electric
Mm.
State, my number 6 is The Wedding Banquet. It was so lovely. I have to say, Andrew on between this and Fire Island, I love how he makes a house in a film, and it's like the seventh character in the movie. It's set in Portland. It's about these two queer characters. One of them wants to have a baby with her girlfriend Lily Gladstone, and his grandmother from South Korea is coming in, but doesn't know she's gonna approve of him being gay, so he gets engaged with his lesbian friend, etcetera, and, like, a lot of different things happen, but come for, like, Bowen and, like, all the but really the performances of the movie are Joan Chen and Yoon Yeon Jung. Joan Chen should have been nominated last year for Best Supporting Actress for Dee Dee, a really underrated movie for 2024, but Yoon Yeon Jung, I need to, like if you haven't seen Minari, she won that Oscar 10 toes down, and her performance and, like, their relationship to each other in this film is so interesting, and also, like, just watching how they react and accept all this queer stuff, and I think queer movies are just more important. They're always important, but especially now, where we're at, it's amazing just to watch queer love be presented so unapologetically on the screen.
Love it. My number 6 is a very, very, very cute movie, probably the cutest movie of the year, Ballad of Willis
Oh,
Island.
I it's on my list.
It
It's
is
cute.
That's what I've
very
heard.
cute. It's on
Peacock.
Peacock currently. It's essentially the closest thing we'll get to, like, Once.
Mm.
Remember that movie?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Basically, um, a folk singer or rock singer gets invited to an island to play a private gig. Turns out it's for one person. And turns out he also invited the rock singer's former collaborator, who
Great
they used to
setup.
date. Uh, Incredible movie. It's so cute. It's so charming.
How's the
Uh,
music?
the music's good. I think if the music was, it's fine. It's very good. I think if it was like the movie Once, where like you're blown away by the movie, by the music, it'd be talked about way
Mm.
more. But as a movie, it is a very good movie. It's my number 6 of the year. Ballad of Willis Island.
I was thinking
Ethan, what's your
about
number?
I was just gonna say, as we were thinking about directors, I was thinking about, Carey Mulligan
Mm.
in Inside Llewyn Davis, and I just did a check for Coen Brothers movies on the New York Times list. No Country in the top 10, but also, Inside Llewyn Davis, A Serious Man, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Where was Once? Why isn't Once in this
Uh,
list?
Yeah,
Once
Wait a
Once is a
minute.
really good
once
movie.
Once is a really good movie. Once is better than most of those
Oh, yeah,
movies that you just
Once
listed.
was, like, that movie that infiltrated my theater department freshman year of college, and all of us were so obsessed with that soundtrack, and, like, we thought we were very cool. We were like, "Are you going over to my dorm room to watch Once?" And then it was that before Shallow, there was Falling Slowly on the Oscars, and that was, like, an electric chemistry on stage.
It's actually, anti-Semitic to call Once a better movie than A Serious Man, Eli, so I think that you need to apologize.
No. I don't I would rather watch a vacuum repairman sing than, uh, Richard Kind pop a goiter on his neck.
Serious Man's a hard that's, like, also a hard movie to watch.
It's very
You
good,
know
though.
what I mean? It is really
Uh
good.
uh, Ethan, what's your number 5?
My 5th favorite movie. My 5th favorite movie of the
Favorite movie.
year. So this movie, I'm gonna describe what's in it, and you'll see if you can get what the
Okay.
movie is. In the movie, there is a gorge, and there are some characters on either sides of it, and it's a movie called, you guessed it, The Gorge. Um, this movie is not terrible, but really not good. And the most insane part of this movie is when Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy are flirting with each other on either sides of the gorge, and they do two things with each other. They play chess, and then they play drums with each other, which is just like we've seen both of you do
Oh,
those things in such better things
they're
than the
using what they
fucking
know.
gorge. Yeah, it's like, "Anya, how do you know how to look good on screen?" She's like, "I look good moving a rook." And it's like, "Miles, how do you know how to look good on screen?" It's like, "I look good banging a cymbal."
It was easier
And
than getting a
so
plane for him in a gorge.
that's right. This movie is bad and, has the silliest title of all time.
How much did it cost to make?
A gajillion dollars. It's my 5th favorite movie of the year.
You can't say it's not gorgeous. Okay.
Wow.
Number 5.
Nice.
Drop Dead Gorgeous?
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Caroline, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is a very polarizing film on the internet, Materialist, directed by Celine Song, starring Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans, in it. A crazy whatever work Chris Evans has gotten done, his face just looks a little different. Like it's in this part of his face, and it was very that was we maybe got a star off of that for the movie, but I No, people were either going to hate it or they loved it, and I loved it. I thought it was a great representation as someone who's been on the apps off and on for several years, and it's a terrible place to be. Can't recommend a place less for anyone to be. But and sometimes it ends up in good things. But it's I don't know. I think there's a lot that I keep thinking about with this movie. There's a big twist that some people, have not enjoyed, but I found very realistic because there is a lot of horror when it comes to dating, and I don't know, I really liked it, and it's something I'm still thinking about.
But you would rank it definitively below Past Lives.
They're very different. I think just Past Lives is a masterpiece, and this is just, like, it's very different, but I liked it a lot. I think I'm curious, it makes me wonder what she's gonna do next because I kind of, like, don't know, and I'm very intrigued by the trajectory of Celine Song's career, and I think it's a big pivot in many ways from past lives, and I thought that was cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but I also didn't hate it. It's right there in the middle for me. It's I don't know. I liked some of the stuff they were doing. I like the idea of bringing movies like this back. Um, I just I can't do Dakota
I
Johnson, I
love
think. I
her.
don't like her. I was saying it I think I was texting because I was alone in my movie theater, and I was like, I just her line delivery is different to me. Like, I don't know. There's something
Have you
about the
seen
way she
Cha Cha?
delivers lines.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
I
Cha Cha
like
real s
Cha Cha Real Slow.
she's good in that.
I like Peanut Butter Falcon. I like
She's
was
good in
it
that too.
Bigger Splash? Like, she's good in some movies, but I think there's another podcast that talked about, like, she's good when she doesn't have to say a long monologue, and I feel like Materialist is a lot of a long monologue.
But I believed her. I believed her as, like, this job and, like, this person that is, like, an unbelievable figure. Um, I don't know, and I'm excited. It was fun to see Pedro in a very, like, actual charming non-superhero role. Like, that's what I wanna see him in. There's a lot of juice in Pedro.
Well, think speaking of movies with juice and with twists, my number 5 is a movie that I walked in completely blind because I was early for a meeting and needed to kill 2 hours, and that movie is called Companion. Y'all, Companion is so fucking good. Go out of your way to see it. I think it's on Max. It's on one of the streaming services now. Uh, the less you know about Companion, the better, which is why, like, I say don't even look at the trailers. I really even specifically, I think if you go in blind and see the movie Companion, you'll really like it. Caroline, did you ever see it?
No, I didn't.
We were talking about
Yeah, I need to yeah.
go I think you'll really like it. It's the Jack Quaid-assance. We love Jack Quaid, and I really think you'll like this movie.
I love it.
Companion.
I love it. Ethan, what's your number 4?
My 4th favorite movie of the year, I guess it gets a little less funny now. Um, my 4th favorite movie of the year is Mickey 17,
Mm.
which is really not a good movie, and I really hope I see enough movies to kick this off my top 10 because it really just made no tonal sense. It wasn't very funny. I don't know what Pattinson was doing, and my expectations were like, Bong Joon-ho gave us the best movie of the century so far, and, like, here's his follow-up, and was just fully let down. Really wouldn't even recommend a watch. But, like, keep making movies that are unique and interesting, but this was no good.
Um, Caroline, what's your number 4?
We already talked about it, friendship.
Mm.
It was just nice to be in a pack theater and find other people that aren't us think Tim is funny. It's very fun to see that other people also think he's funny, and that I think was, like, such a delight. Also, I was so happy to see Kate Mara. I've missed her. She's great.
She's very
We
good.
give everything to Rooney Mara, and really Kate Mara is the unsung Mara sister, and I think we should put a little more respect on her name. She was in Brokeback Mountain, everybody. She was the big twist in House of Cards before we canceled it, but I thought she was, like, a great foil to Tim, and I thought it was really great, part that could have been very thankless, and I thought she did a great job.
Well, the thing is, what I like about Kate Mara in Friendship is you're sitting here being like, "Why would she be with this
Yes.
guy?"
Yeah.
And then you realize that she's not perfect either. Like,
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think she plays that really well.
Mm.
Breaking news, apparently, Denis Villeneuve is close to signing Tom Holland to be the next James
I don't know if
Bond.
that's real. I don't know if that's real.
Okay, we'll keep an eye
Until
on
it's
it.
on
I'd
Variety.
actually
let me it hit Variety.
No, I said not until it's on Variety. It's not real.
I think that it would be a huge mistake to cast Tom Holland, not any, like, judgment on him as an actor, actually, but I wanna I think that Bond should be someone who's relatively unknown,
I agree.
relatively outside of, like, the public eye and the paparazzi, and that way we get to experience them as Bond. That was true of Craig. I hadn't seen Layer Cake before he became 007 in Casino Royale, so it was like, "Who's this guy? He's so freaking charismatic, like, this is amazing." And Tom Holland is Tom Holland. He's engaged to Zendaya. He's Spider-Man. Like, he's in the new Christopher Nolan movie as a lead. He doesn't need it. Like, let's get a new face in there.
Uh, my number 4 is 28 Years Later. Uh, I loved 28 Years Later, I have to say it. It was filmed on a fucking iPhone. It's so good. There's so many penises in it. It's an extremely like, as I was watching this movie, I couldn't guess what was gonna happen next because they kind of, like, set you up that it's gonna be this type of movie, and then they flip it a little bit. Uh, there's also can I spoil 28 Years Later a little bit? Can we just do a
Yeah,
little bit
and
of
then I have
spoiler?
my gripe with the movie.
Um, the There we talk about, Chekhov's gun a lot in movies where, like,
Mhm.
you see a gun in the first act that's gonna pop up at the end. They did Chekhov's Power Ranger in this movie, where in the very beginning, the kid's playing with a Power Ranger, and at the very end, there is spoiler alert, after the movie ends, there's, like, a thing that leads us to the next movie, which is a bunch of Power Rangers show up and karate kick the heads off of zombies. Ethan, this is a real movie. This is a real thing that happens in this movie. It's incredible, and it's gonna lead to the next movie called, what's it called? Like, The
Bones
Bone Temple?
Island, Bone Town.
The Bone Temple? Bone Town.
Bone Town.
Can we change our podcast to Bone Town and it's just about 28 years later? This movie is insane. This movie's as I was walking out of the theater, I was just dancing because at the end they do it's weird. It's a wild movie. It's
Here's
a wild movie.
here's
Also, there's two twists in this movie I need to bring up. Twist number one, Ray Fiennes is a good guy, and twist number two, Aaron Taylor Johnson doesn't die. Those are two gigantic twists that nobody saw coming. Anyway, Caroline, go ahead. Give us your gripes.
so my gripe is I hate a secret dead mom movie. Stop it. It's lazy. Please stop. It's gonna take like 3 stars off of any movie I see. And the minute that happened, I was like, I feel emotionally manipulated for no reason, and it's annoying, irritating. Stop it.
Yes.
Can you like, is that a character talks about a parent who died, or is it like it's really something that is like so central to the plot?
It's like
It's central to the plot.
It's like but it comes out of nowhere. It just is like it
Yeah.
just feels like you're blindsided by it. Like, I'm having a good time at the movie, and then it's like, "Oh, now that is, like, introduced," and it feels weird, and it just kinda takes you out of it, and it's like, I don't mind if it's, like, actually feels, like, earned and part of the story, but this, it just kinda felt like it came out of nowhere.
What other offenders to that genre are
Oh,
there?
there are a lot. Let's see.
Every Disney movie.
Every Disney movie. Their
Yeah.
mothers can't exist in a Disney film.
Mothers don't
Yeah,
exist.
mothers don't exist in Disney. Let me see if let me think on it. There's, like, several that I think, like, I had to think, like, top of mind, but I don't know. It was just irritating.
Like, can I give you my pitch?
Yeah.
This is my pitch. The main character in this movie's name is Spike. He's played by an actor named Alfie Williams. Very young. Here's my pitch. Young Bond. It's a Bond who's in, like, maybe 6th grade, starring Alfie Williams. And it turns out they drafted James Bond to be 007 when he was still a child, and it's so child Bond becoming James Bond, directed by Denis Villeneuve, starring Alfie Williams
Y
as James
you mean
Bond.
that's
Eh?
basically the Elle Woods TV show that they're doing on Amazon right now? Elle in high school?
Yeah, exactly, only it's James fucking Bond.
Um,
Number
okay,
3.
my number 3 is Companion.
You
Um,
did see it!
I did
Wow.
see it.
You
I
little
watched
liar.
it. Um, it's fine. It's what's those like those Chinese website clothing websites, Temu. It's like Temu
Temu
Ex
Ex
Machina.
Machina? Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
speaking of, where's Ex Machina on this top
Yeah.
100 list?
Yeah.
That's actually insane. Uh, it's fine. I do like Jack Quaid. I actually watched this and Heretic pretty
Mm.
close to one another, and I was like, "Oh, Sophie Thatcher is gonna do big things.
Yeah,
She's doing something cool."
she really is. I like her.
Yeah, me too.
Caroline, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is a little movie called Black Bag by Steven Soderbergh. It is hot, it's sexy. I that dinner scene was so much fun. It felt like an episode of Housewives, but they were spies. Everyone has chemistry in the movie. Kate's Kate's cunt. Michael's great. My girl Marisa, oh, I can't think of her last name right now.
A Bella.
Bella. Yeah, my which have you both watched Industry?
Mhm. Yep.
A little bit.
It is she's so good. Season 3 as the show we should be talking about from 2023-24. She's so good, and I'm glad that she's sort of getting her, like, comeuppance, but it was great to see Regé-Jean Page and Pierce Brosnan. It's hot, fun, sexy spies. I can't recommend anything more. It's sleek, it's sexy, lots of twists, backstabbing, everything you could want in a movie. 95 minutes. It's incredible.
Yeah, I like Black Bag a lot. It's on my shout out list. Uh, yeah, great movie. My number 3 is a movie called Pavements. I've talked about it on this podcast before. It's part documentary, part biopic, part documentary about making a biopic, part musical, part documentary about making a musical. And it's all it's all about the greatest band to ever live, Pavements. Really go see this movie. It's amazing. I think it's coming to movie very soon.
Hmm.
Great movie,
I'm
Pavements.
excited.
My number 2 is Black Bag. And yeah, everything Caroline said is right. I think the real up for it is the 95 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
you can
I
tell
want
a
more
good
95-minute
you
movies.
could tell a good story. You
Mhm.
can tell a thrilling, like, exciting story in 95 minutes that you don't need to dwell on, like, all of this exposition. Like, the number one movie of mine has an exposition problem, right? This didn't. It jumped in, it got out, it was, like, a really fun, quick movie, and it cost him 40 million, 60 million to make. Like, more movies like this with good stars doing good acting at dinner scenes.
Yeah.
I almost went to see F1 last night, and then I saw it's 2.5 hours long, and I was like, "I don't wanna deal with that. I just don't wanna deal with that."
I don't wanna say I'm against long movies. Like, I think Oppenheimer deserved its runtime, but I do think that there's something to say about you can tell a story in 95 minutes. You really
Yeah.
can.
Caroline, what is your number 2?
My number 2, I feel like Ethan is referencing it, is about to be his number 1, is Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Uh, um, a movie I saw the first day it was in IMAX, and I saw it on the last day before it left IMAX. You know what? It's not a perfect Mission Impossible, but I'm thrilled I got to see Tom underwater cooking having to breathe his own carbon dioxide, fighting in Vibrams. That plane stunt was worth $30 and then some. I mean, both times watching it, I could feel myself not breathing as he's like switching between the two planes. It's like that's why you go to the movies. It was an incredible thing to see on a screen, and I can't wait to see what Milchek is going to do. I'm very excited.
He's so good.
He is
Stole the movie.
stole the
Stole the
movie,
movie.
and I don't know, I'm excited to see where he goes from here. Haley Atwell was a little frustrating because I feel like she was so good in Dead Reckoning, and I feel like they really did nothing with her in this
Well, she had
one.
to release the weird flash drive on time, that's it.
I
And she has
know.
to, like, snuggle Tom Cruise back to life.
Yeah, but and you know what? I wish Angela Bassett was our president.
My number 2 is a movie that I think this Mission Impossible can best be described as a Lego sequel, and I think that there is a better Lego sequel out there called Final Destination Bloodlines, my number 2 of the year so far. Honestly, might be my number 2 at the end of the year too.
Who does number 2
Uh,
work for?
this movie is amazing. A million stars to Final Destination Bloodlines. I'm so mad neither of you have seen this movie yet. The deaths in this movie are so brilliant and genius and perfectly directed. go out of your way to see. I don't even care if you like horror or if you even care about the Final Destination series, which I like never cared about. I've seen them all, but I've never like they were just like fun movies. This new one's really good. Like shockingly good. Like 97% on Rotten Tomato good. Go see this movie. It's really good.
Caroline, should we start betting off chain about how many times he's gonna bring up Final Destination for the rest of the
I
year
wish
through Oscar
I
season?
know, we
Like,
should ask Michelle how many times Eli's bringing it off
oh my
mic.
god, yeah.
She's bringing it up now too. She saw it. We watched all of them together. And they're all fun, by the way, but there's
What
clearly
was
a winner,
Michelle's
best Final
ranking
Destination.
for Final Destinations?
Oh, I should ask her. I don't think she doesn't rank.
Mm.
I think she definitely agrees that Bloodlines is the best.
Mm.
Before we go into our number ones and talk about Sinners, do we have any shout outs? Um,
Yeah,
Caroline?
Drop. Drop was fun. It may
Drop was
it
fun. I like
Drop
Drop.
was so much fun. It is a fake movie about Chicago. It was filmed in Dublin, but Megan Fahey is so much fun. I love her as our scream queen. Give her a million roles. It's fun. It's a great, again, a 90-minute fun red-eye thriller, and you're gonna have a great time. And there's a drag about Second City in the movie, so go see it. Eli,
Um,
what are your honorable
my
mentions?
shout outs, Sister Midnight. A great double feature with the movie Sinners. Peacock, which is a movie that's Swedish. Very good movie. The documentary Secret Mall Apartment, produced by Jesse Eisenberg. Black Bag, of course. The Librarians, a documentary coming out from PBS Films, coming out later this year, produced by Sarah Jessica Parker. Means a lot more now that the Supreme Court ruled against LGBTQ books. So that documentary is only going to be even more depressing after today. A movie called Vulcan Isadora, which is a fucked up independent movie. The Shrouds, a movie that I kind of panned in this when I first saw it, and now it's stuck with me so much that I actually really like it now. Just one of them days. And you know what? It's streaming on Max now. Looney Tunes: The Day the Earth Blew Up was a movie that was way better than it
Yeah,
had any right to be.
I love that.
Fun.
What
Ethan, you don't
My
have
what
any
is what
shout
is
outs.
my shout outs,
I was gonna say, what is George's number 1 so far?
Oh man, the Minecraft movie, of
Yeah.
course. We've seen that movie 7,000 times.
Yeah,
That's Isla's favorite too.
I love it. Ethan, all right, where you ready for your number 1?
my shout outs are
Yeah.
just some of the best movies I've seen this
Ooh,
year.
yeah.
For the first time, Bound, never saw it, totally rules.
Sexy.
Mm.
Love and
Oh,
Basketball, unbelievable
incredible
Sexy.
sports
movie.
film.
Crooklyn, probably one of my favorite Spike Lee movies that I've ever seen. Um, Party Girl, just for Parker Posey fans out there. Smile 2, I just love that smile monster. I love that smile monster. And I recently watched Born on the 4th of July, and our guy Tom is such an interesting actor. He's really just interesting, and I hope he can like recapture what he used to do
Yeah.
in this post-action movie phase of his career because he's really good. And that movie is I actually felt like it was very relevant about protesting and meaning of America in these troubled times. So would really recommend watching Born on the 4th of July.
Speaking of meeting of America during these troubled times, Caroline, let's say our number one
Wait,
together. Ready?
Ethan didn't say his number 1 first.
Oh, sorry. Ethan's number one is, let me guess. What did he see? What did he see today? Oh, is it Mission Impossible?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
fine. I really hope I see 10 better movies. I really hope I do.
I hope you see 5
It's
movies.
yeah, it's like it's good. Whatever. I hope I see better movies. You're number one on three. One, two, three.
Sinners! Ugh.
Sinners. Do we even have to talk about it? It's the best movie of the year.
I mean,
There's no way it's not gonna be my number one at the end of the year.
I know.
Even if fucking what's that movie? The Rooftop, whatever that movie
The Roofman?
with Channing
Roof
Tatum.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if that's the best movie ever, it's Sinners is gonna be my number
Yeah,
one.
I think since we talked about it, I was in North Carolina and I saw it with my best friend's parents, who were like 2 of the people I went to the movies with all the time in high school and in college. And it was very funny going with them at a 1 p.m. matinee on a Thursday and like sitting with them next to them during all the sex scenes. Uh,
That's a sexy
and it's
movie.
a
Like
sexy movie.
they don't hold back.
But they really, but
Yeah.
they kept telling me like, Caroline, we really love the blues music. We love the blues music. which is a very, like, parent reaction, but they really loved it. It was I mean, I can't stop thinking about it. Ethan, I'm very excited for you to see it. Michael B.
Yeah, I'm
Jordan, I'm
excited
thinking
too.
about the line from "And Just Like That" last night. Michael B. Handsome. He's pretty
He is
hot.
Michael B. Handsome.
He's Michael B. Handsome.
Part of me doesn't want Ethan to see this movie. Part of me wants this just
Why?
to be a wild blind spot for him for the
No.
rest of the year as we all talk about it.
No, Ethan can't live the rest of this year and not see Sinners.
Was Pan's Labyrinth on the list?
Yes.
Okay, good. Reddit is up in arms that Hubie Halloween was not on the list, so
Oh,
That's a good joke.
Amelia Perez didn't make the cut.
oh, I'm so sorry.
I have an idea for our next episode if we wanna go back to, like, watching some movie Are we done?
I
Yeah,
feel
we're
like we're
done.
done. Also, this has been
Hey,
This has been I
that's
need to
our
see
top.
that.
Yeah, that's our top 10 of 2025, top 6 for Ethan. If you have any comments, feedback, and
Ethan's
you want to
dad.
be involved, go fuck yourself. We don't care.
Oh,
Thank you for
we no,
listening,
we care
Ethan's
what you
dad.
say,
Bye.
Ethan's dad.
Oh wait, we care. We care. We care. Subscribe, link, like. Oh God, I'm so bad at this. What are we even doing? That's our show. Thank you for listening. And as always,
Go to the movies.
I think Tom Holland would be a fine James Bond.
No.
But I can't wait for his wedding to Zendaya. That's gonna be a hot wedding.